right, so for today's workout, we're gonna focus only on the lower body and core. We'll get a little bit of cardio in there, and hey, it's always cardio when you're working legs, right? So what you need, I am gonna give you some variations if you have a stability ball at home. I know we try and keep these really basic, but I'll give you some options if you do have access to this at home, just for a little change up. And then you guys will want a dumbbell or band for resistance on the lower body movements, all right? So hopefully you warmed up. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna start with a 2 exercise pairing. We're just gonna go back and forth between the 2 things for time, just kind of an extended warm up, getting everything ready. Then we'll have a chunk of strength, and then we'll have a finisher. So we're gonna start on the ground here, and the 2 movements is gonna be a bear squat. So push up position, starting the feet a little bit wide. Think about pulling yourself from hips to heels, or hips down towards your heels like you're squatting, and then pushing out of that with the legs. So make sure you're pulling down, pushing out, and then we're going to pair that with a leg extension. So focusing on core, we are gonna feel a little bit through the quads here. We're gonna lean back just a little bit. You can balance yourself on your hands, lift the feet up, go 1 at a time. I'm gonna stick with this option, or you can go the 2, okay? Just make sure, again, we're keeping control through the core. All right, ready, set. Here we go. So 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest between those 2 things. And again, we're just gonna flip-flop between the 2. Starting in that bear squat. So sitting down, pushing out. So you do start in that push-up position. Chest starts above those hands. So that way you have some room to squat down and sit out. So you should start to feel it in the front of those legs. Got a little bit of core work in here, but mainly those legs pushing and pulling. Okay, flip over. Again, long through the back, lean back, plaster those hands. I want you to push that heel towards the wall all the way out in front of you. Again, blow out the air here, keeping that tension through the belly. So again, gonna start to maybe feel a little bit of fatigue here in the legs coming out of those bear squats. But again, try and focus on that core holding tight. All right, it's 1. We got 2 more sets here. So flip back. Again, hands right underneath shoulders, wider with the feet, hips back, push up out of that. Sit. So again, it's almost like you're squatting, just horizontal. Breathe in as we go. Remember, we only got 3 rounds. Okay. And I'm just telling myself, only 3 rounds, Jen. So lean back again, kind of exhale that air out, find that tight tummy, push through the heel, bring it back up, push, bring it back up. So again, our focuses today are going to be on that core and lower body really focused. Push out. Breathe. Okay, 1 more set. All right, get set. And go. Sit back, push out. Again, sitting down, pushing out through those legs. Arms are almost just kind of holding you in position. Those legs are doing the work. Still keeping tension through the belly, so still exhaling, finding the abs, and then holding that tension as we continue to breathe. Good. So you don't want to blow out and hold the breath. I'm going to exhale and then be able to still breathe through the lungs and diaphragm while keeping that belly tight. So push out last set here. Good. Again, long through the spine, try not to round, shoulders back. A little bit more. Good, reach that leg long. And good, all right. So now we're gonna get into the bulk of our strength section here. And what we're gonna do, let me edit my clock here. We're gonna actually do 4 exercises. So we're gonna go 16 rounds. All right, so this is where you'll want a dumbbell band, and if you have a stability ball, great option to switch it up from some of the times we were focusing on no equipment. Okay, so we are going to have a split squat, right, left. This is where we'll use that dumbbell and or band. So we can go goblet position. That way, if you don't have a specific piece of equipment, you just have something heavy to hold on to, you can do that. So we're gonna split the feet, get into that 90-90. So if you're not sure, go ahead and kneel down, make sure you're in that, and then come up from there. And we're gonna keep the feet apart as we go through that. So we're gonna do one leg, we'll do the other. You can also load that with a band in the front, like so, okay? And then once we get each leg, we're gonna flip over. I'll show you the option without equipment. We're gonna go bridge up, and you're gonna walk those heels out, walk the heels in, keeping the hips up, keeping glutes involved, hamstrings involved. Okay, if you have a stability ball, and knock the clock down. If you have a stability ball, we're gonna go leg curls. So you're gonna go back of the leg on the ball, hips up, pull it under, reach back out. Okay, so that's if you got the ball. Then our last movement, we'll throw in some core. We'll flip over into a plank with shoulder touches. So here, touch, touch, okay? Or if you have the stability ball, this would be a more advanced move. So stick with the plank taps. If you look at this and you're like, no way, Jose. So you're gonna land your ball, roll out till it's at your feet and shins, and you can go a knee tuck from there. So that would be an option if, again, you have that ball and you wanna go that route. So those are our 4 main moves. We're gonna have 4 times through. All right, here we go. Split squat is first. So band or dumbbell or heavy object at the chest, split the feet, straight down, straight up. So effort coming through that front leg. That's what we're driving the ground away. Straight at the top. That back knee is just dropping right underneath. We're gonna stay on this one leg. So again, as we sit, weight staying centered, kind of sitting into this hip. We got quads. Breathe in. All right, we're gonna shake that out. You get the other side, so just hold on to what you were using. Again, you can have that band over the front leg as well. I'll show that next round here. Back straight up, straight down. So again, if you have the band, you just loop it under the front foot, pull that band up to the shoulders. And again, dropping down. It's okay to hit that knee. Make sure we're pushing up out of it with that front leg. Gonna get 1 or 2 more here. All right. Now we're into that hip bridge walkout or leg curl with the ball. So no ball here, walk out. Try not to let the hips shift a lot. So we're trying to push both hips up evenly, keeping the toes off the ground as you just kind of walk those legs out, walk them back in. If you have that ball, you're here pulling underneath, controlling back out, like so. making lots of fun noise. Okay, flip over. So plank shoulder tap is next. So you're in that plank position, locked in. So as we lift one hand, the hips are not shifting or opening up. And again, a little bit more advanced would be to be on that ball. Oh, wow. And then you're pulling up and under. So as you pull under, think about belly kind of pulling together like a reverse crunch. All right, we are back to that split squat. So I will show what that band looks like, just in case you're not sure you had it. So straight down, straight up. Again, you can be holding the weight at the chest. I like to keep my thumb here so it's not on the neck. Elbows up. Again, driving that ground away. Pushing up out. Remember, we're going to go 4 rounds. All right. Switch, other side. All right, get it back there. Again, weight centered. So as you go down too, think about those shoulders staying parallel or even. We're not leaning forward. Again, lowering through that front leg. Good. So when we work big muscles, we burn a little bit more calories. And then we burn a little bit longer afterwards when we break down those big muscles. Good. All right, that hip bridge walkout or the leg curl with the ball. So I'm gonna stay with the no weight, especially if those of you watching this are traveling, you're in a hotel room, you're not gonna have access to that stuff. But that travel doesn't have to keep you from getting some movement in. Using muscles up. Not using muscles up, but using your muscles. Use some energy up, there we go. All right, flip over. You got that core movement. So knee tuck with the ball, or I'm gonna stick with the shoulder taps here for you. So push up position. You can always add some time. So kind of hold. So again, you're looking for nothing in here to shift. Really locking that body in, locking that core. So a little bit wider feet, it's gonna be a little easier. And then narrower, a little harder to balance and not wanna shift. All right, back up to that split squat here. So round 3. So split it up, straight down, straight up. This is where, of course, you could go body weight. If you're having trouble with balance, you can always kind of just hold on to a chair or sofa, bed. Not gripping, but just something there to help kind of with that side to side, just to kind of check every now and then. And then you want to build up to be able to do it without. All right, other side. So split it, front leg ready to go. There, right at that beat. Using up that 30 seconds. Again, so that back leg's helping, but really focus on that front leg, lowering us down, pushing us out, sitting into this hip, into the quad here. When we just think about our knee, that's where we sometimes get forward, get some of that knee pain. Sit in the big guys. All right, walk out or the leg curl. So you can go leg curl with the ball, or we're walking out. Bridge up, walk the heels out. Again, as you walk out, try not to let too much of this dip down. So I'm gonna keep that fairly neutral or where it started as we walk out. Even if you can only go a small amount, if you can keep that tension at the glute and hamstring here. So we're feeling a lot through the hamstring. We wanna focus on that. All right, flip over. Shoulder taps or the knee tuck. Again, keeping it here easy. Not easy in the sense of an exercise, but easy, no equipment. Or again, you got that knee tuck with the ball. You want that ball underneath the shins, right at the shoelaces, and then you're pulling the knees to the chest like a reverse crunch. Okay, one more round, guys. Let's hit those legs one more time. So again, here's where you can go body weight. Even if you're newer to exercise, or maybe it's just not your day, you know, you can always start with weight, feel great, and as time goes, maybe you gotta get rid of it. The goal is to just keep going and to finish that workout. So make the necessary changes to get the work done. Vice versa, you can always start body weight. Then once your body starts to feel good, get warmed up, start to add that weight in. Then shake it out. Got that other leg coming forward. And stack the ribs right over the hips. Here. Good. Breathe as you go. And a nice little sweat going. Hopefully you do too. Again, driving up out from that front leg. Got 10 seconds. That full foot grabbing the ground. So I got toes, heel, everything gripping that ground. All right. Hip bridge or leg curl. So I'll show you that curl one more time, just in case. So I'm pulling in, lowering back out. So we're working very similar muscles here as that bridge walkout. Basically all the same. Let me get rid of it here. We're just moving in a slightly different pattern. Okay. So here's a little bit more of a hold, lengthening a little bit, contracting a little bit more of an iso hold. All right, last time in that core. Flip, locked in. Remember, both those hips stay facing that ground. So we don't want to do this. We don't want to do this. Okay, we're not trying to move through that center. Again, blow out the air from that middle. Dig the toes in. Couple more. Awesome. All right, shake that out. Get a quick drink if you need. We're gonna go into our finisher. And I do have to reset the clock for you guys. So again, you have a second if you want to get that swig. So now we're gonna have 2 exercises. We're gonna go 3 times through. 6. And we're gonna go a little longer for the finisher here. All right, guys, so we're gonna do a skater jump. So that's a lateral movement. So from one side, you're gonna jump, land, and you kind of sit into that leg a little bit, push off, get into that other. So you're pushing off the one, sitting, so from the side you do have that little bit of a seat. And then 2 is going to be a toe tap. So if you have that dumbbell or just some kind of object, edge of a couch, something you can kind of just lift and touch, we're gonna jog it out there, 40 seconds. or a little bit higher impact, you could go a sprint in place, okay? So we're just gonna hit some cardio, finish out those legs. Let's do it. So again, toe tap would be second, skater jump is first. So in that seat, push off, land, push off, land. Okay, so you can always take less of a hop, but make sure we're still getting that down and up, down, up. Okay, so sitting, pushing, and really start to drive off, get some speed, get some distance, push, push. So we got 3 rounds. So we're gonna feel a little bit of this in those glutes, a little bit through the side of the leg here, just really finishing off those legs. Good, all right, second movement, we're gonna do those toe taps, or you can go a higher run in place, okay? So if you really wanna go for it, high knees, do a toe tap, keep it quick, like an athlete. Or you're here, pulling those knees up. We get to breathe. Heart rate's elevated, but as we do cardio, we think about how can we be okay and in control with that breath being higher, and continue to work through. 3 seconds. Awesome. All right, side to side, back to that skater jump. Round 1 down, 2 more to go. Here we go. Get a little seat, push off, land, land. Good. So again, slightly forward from the hip, not rounding the shoulders, but rounding or pushing the hips back. Whoop. Good, halfway. Pushing off. Nice soft landing. All right. Okay, guys, we get to run or tap. Really let those arms go with you, especially if you're going that high knee. All right, so over here, arms are pumping. Here, we're still pumping those arms. No wasted energy. Here we go, guys, home stretch. Lower body will be done. Got core, heart rate up, taking care of the heart. Burning a few extra calories, but overall just being healthier, stronger. All right, one more time. Last time with those jumps. Make sure I'm not losing my mat. All right, here we go, guys, last set. You know you got it. You've done 2, and stop. You want that toe facing forward. Push off, over halfway. Last 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. That's it, guys. Let's take it home. You're probably already home. The things we say. Here we go. We're going to run. We're going to tap. We're going to get to that last little bit. Make it count. There we go. 10 down. Here. Another 10 gone. Looking good. Keep at it. Last 10. good. Nice job. Give yourself some time, breathe. Control that breath, get some water, and either enjoy the rest of your day, or hopefully this is the end. This allows you to kind of then wind down and focus.